All right, good morning, everybody. I am Seth. Good morning, everyone. And how's everyone doing this week? I am the Irish sportsman, and you on the Irish Sports Show. And good morning, everyone. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot going on. We just wrapped up week one of the college football series, of the college football. We also have witnessed the downfall of how it happened last night with Bill Belichick. We also witnessed a bunch of upsets in the college football world. And yes, this week begins, as you see, I've got my package really on. You don't know what that means. Yes, this Thursday begins week one of the NFL season, the regular season. So I'm definitely up for that. And hope you all ready too. I already got my fantasy done. And if you want to do a fantasy league like I have with my World of Restream Radio, make sure you do download the fantasy app. And make sure you get your team together now. This is the time to do it. Do your draft. Get that draft ready. Get it going. I did mine last night with my friends and coworkers that I work with at Eastern Radio Mountain. Make sure you do yours now and before Thursday night so that we can get your picks in. I got mine, like I said, I just got mine in a bit ago. Yes, last night actually. With my friends and coworkers that I work coaching me that I work with at Eastern Radio Mountain. But if you don't have that app, make sure you do download that app now. Because the sooner you get in there, the sooner you can be making money and making your money and start racking up those points. So let's get into it. We got more to go into. Yeah, and yes, you are in the average sports shows. You know, the average sports shows. Okay, I don't know why I can think of the word right now, but it'll come back to me. Yes. And this is according to Unsportsmanlike Radio. They got the top 5 teams going into week one. Let me go to Chris Canty here. Here we go. Chris Canty retweeted this, and this is off of Unsportsmanlike on X. And yes, it is the top 5 teams heading into week one. At number 5, they got the Packers. At number 4, they got the Chiefs. At 3, yes, the Lions. And 2 got the Ravens, and 1 is the Eagles. Yes, I try to get number 1. Eagles are the reigning champ, the reigning defending Super Bowl champs. And yes, they'll be raising their banner on Thursday night. And yes, I give the Packers and the Lions both on here because they'll be playing each other on Sunday. So I'm definitely going to be looking forward to that as well. And yes, if you don't have that ESPN app, the new ESPN app, the new and improved ESPN app, make sure you get that and make sure you sign up. You do it, you either pay $29.99 or the $299, or you even do what I did and sign up through your TV provider. And I'm going to give a shout out to my tech guy who puts it all on for having me with that. Thank you, Jeremy, for having me get me set up on that app. And thanks to him, I can actually do my show with ease. Because now I can read everything that you read, I can give you on here. So let me dive into my app, my ESPN app, here on my cell. And if you want to listen to ESPN Radio Wisconsin, make sure you go to that app as well. So yes, let's first talk a little bit about the week one of college football. Then going to the NFL, back to college football and a little hoop, whatnot, possibly, because I know basketball is coming soon. College and pro. And yes, I do have some news. And this is good for the Milwaukee Bucks. That's right. Giannis's brother is back. and he's playing, and he has re-signed with the Bucks as well. Thanasis Alakupo has re-signed with the Bucks, and he will be playing this season. That's right. So if you want to do that fantasy draft and you do the NBA, make sure you put your money on Giannis and Thanasis both. Okay, we had a bunch of games this past weekend. I don't know how long the games we just had last night and the night before on Sunday. On Sunday night we had Miami beat Notre Dame 27-24, and then South Carolina really give it to Virginia Tech 24-11. That's basically double plus two. And of course, South Carolina and let me pull that one out. Last night that hold on, let me pull up that final score if I can see it right here. Oh, I don't know why they're not ranked. That's right. I don't, North Carolina did lose big time last night. And my question is Bill Belichick really gonna? Let's see how well Bill Belichick rebounds in week 2. Can he? And how will he do? And is his girlfriend still on campus? Well, let's find out. See if I can pull that up as well while I'm at it. Yeah, it was TCU, North Carolina 48-14 final score last night. I was watching that game to the point that I couldn't believe how bad it was. And yes, Bill Belichick did not have a full cutoff hoodie on. He had a little bit of sleeve this time, not like he usually would wear. With the signature color hoodie. So yes. And they would take on, let's see if they can rebound and we're going to take on Charlotte this Saturday night at 6 p.m. That's where they get next. That should be easy for them, though, to win that one against Charlotte. And the Philadelphia Phillies did beat the Milwaukee Brewers 10-8 last night. As well as the A's beating the Cardinals 11-3. The White Sox getting the win 6-5 as well. And the New York Mets beat the Tigers 10-8. Cleveland and Boston, if that's the folks that win for the Red Sox. So there's your little baseball was there for you. And back to the football. We do have games coming up this week in week 2. We got a lot of good ones too. A good number of good ones. Yeah, and the rankings have been changed up. I know Alabama lost this past weekend, which I'm not proud about, but they did lose to Florida State Seminoles. And that's what I want to bring up. I want to talk about Kalen DeBoer. I was just listening to this earlier this morning on Sportsman Live with Aaron Cohen, Michelle Swellman, and Chris Tindy. And they were talking about Kalen DeBoer, Saban, and how will this play out? Because a lot of fans do want DeBoer fired. I'm a fan, so I do want him fired, but we got to see how well the rest of the season goes first. If it is like the game last week for the season, then yes, he should be fired. But if not, depending on how well his record is. Because yes, he only had lost 4 games in 2 seasons. One last weekend, and then the 3 last season. And yes, 2 of those was to Oklahoma and Vanderbilt for 2 of them, 2 of the 3 last year. And okay, here's again. Gotta check out. Boise State takes on East Washington on FS1. And that'll be a Friday night game at 8 p.m. So that's gonna be a late game for you. And yes, we have the pros as well. And I got a little ranking for y'all. Let's do some power rankings, shall we? For the NFL. Here we go. Make sure I get the right one here. Here we go. All right, at number 1. Okay. Make sure I get the right one first. Okay, 2025. Okay, these are Super Bowl predictions. I did this one first. This is the Super Bowl prediction. Powering Super Bowl predictions first. I did this one first. You got for the East schedule, you got the Niners, and you got the toughest one with the Lions. Projected highest scoring teams would be the Bills with 481 points. Ravens will have 473, and then 45 to the Eagles. Cleveland 299. Houston at 355. Cowboys 439, and so on. But it looks like we got number 1, the Ravens. Then you got the Bills at 2, Detroit at 3, Kansas at 5, Phillies at 4. Tampa Bay at 6, 7. We got the Broncos 8, the Raiders, the Rams actually, the Vikings at 9, Packers at 10. I get that even with after getting Matthew Golden, and of course the Michael Parsons trade that we got this past week as well. That's another thing I'm going to be talking about in a little while. Washington Commanders at 11 and Eagles at 12. Bears at 13. I doubt they'll go far in the playoffs. Chargers 14 and Steelers 15. Patriots at 16. Houston at 17, as well as the Cardinals at 18. Niners at 19. 20th is the Colts. Seahawks at 21. Dolphins at 22. Eagles at 23. Cowboys at 24, which is kind of low. You got the Giants at 25. You got 26. You got the Jets. You got the Jags at 27, 28. You got the Titans. You got Carolina at 29. 30 with the Raiders. 31. You got Browns, and then you got Saints to round it all out. With that, for that set of power rankings. Now let's do the regular power. Let me do the current power rankings for now. Power. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's a different one. This is NFL future power rankings projections for all 32 teams, but that's the future one. I'm looking for just the regular power, just the normal power rankings that normally come out. Let me see if I can get that one for you. Sorry about the taking me to get this. Uh, and as I go into it, yes, I know my point is a pack, but don't forget he does have a back injury, actually. So yes, there is a back injury they are dealing with as well. Okay, preseason 2025 NFL season right here. Okay, let me see if this will do it. All right, and number one, we got the Ravens. We got Eagles at 2, Chiefs at 3. Ooh, Detroit's at 4 on this one. This set of rankings. 5 with you got the Bills, the Buffalo. 6 you got the Pack. The Packers of Green Bay. 7 got the Bengals of Cincinnati. You got the Commanders at 8 of Washington. As well, we got at 9 with this particular set of the rankings. I got the Chargers. 10 we got the Niners. That's not bad at all. Even though they had a 6-11 record just a year ago. Let's see here. 11 got the Denver Broncos. Okay, let's go up a little higher for this week's set of rankings. Rams at 12. And their chances of winning the division is 30.3% for them to have a chance of playoff. Projection. 13, we got the Vikings. You got 14th. The Texans are 14th, 13th. We got the Buccaneers at Tampa. 16, we got the Steelers. Let's see how, and that's another thing I want to know about. Will Aaron Rodgers do good this year in fantasy play? Will he do well in regular play, and how well he do in fantasy play as well? 17th, and this one we got the Bears. Cardinals at 19. 17, 18 actually. Cowboys at 19. Got the Seahawks 20, 21. We got the Dolphins 22. Got the Jags. You got Colts at 23. You got Raiders at 24. 25. We got the Falcons. New England. The Patriots at 26. You got the Giants at 27. And yes, it was true. Robert Kraft did show up along with Michael Jordan and others at the North Carolina game last night. The Panthers at 28th. Tonight you got the Jets. The Browns at 30 and 31. We got Tennessee, and then 32. We got the Saints. To round that set of rankings out. And that's the NFL teams 2025 projections, rankings, and depth charts. That's what that was. That was that set of power rankings. Now, let's see here. Okay, yeah. Okay. We do have what? Let me pull out a baseball, shall we? Before I do this, I am a little hot in here, and I need to cool off with some wine. I got the Nightmare, Thirst Worst Nightmare wine, and let's get a taste of it and see how it goes. Okay, it's kind of like a berry light type flavor. That is good. And yes, I wanted to have this just as a afternoon drink, morning drink, evening drink, whatnot. And I learned how to do a workout as well. I have the gym. I'll be doing that tonight. Me. Okay, looks like I got an update here by Evan Cohen. This was just a picture of them. Because it's been 2 years since the show started. And it looks like, and I got some good news to tell everybody. Chris Canty is coming to be Chris Canty. They call me a father. He has a child on the way. Congratulations, Chris, to you and your wife. Congratulations, Chris, on having a kid. I'm looking forward to seeing that little guy or gal one of these days myself as well. So I'm definitely proud and happy for Chris and his wife. Congratulations on your baby upcoming. And here's another thing I want to talk about, and that's storming the fields. Florida State has been fined $50,000 by the ACC for storming the field. Yeah, I know your team beat Alabama. I get that. I freaking Evan get that. But still, even if you do that, you're still gonna get fined no matter what. Even if you tilt on the goalpost and throw it down the river, no matter what team you beat, and you beat a team like Alabama, and you storm the field, and you take down the goalpost, and you walk it down the streets and down towards the lake, if you have a lake or not, or in the river, and then you just heave it into the lake, into whatever body of water they have. That is one thing definitely that needs to be done. Needs to be taken care of in some way or another. And one thing they should do is come up with some punishments as well as the fines for these students. Yeah, I know you're all a student on the team, but there are a lot of other former students and alumni that are at that game, but they don't do that because they know better. Not like the current students. Okay, let me go to Sportsmanlike. And yes, make sure you. And I've been seeing this, and I know Evan Cohen will mention this on Unsportsmanlike later on, their social media platforms. And that will be, I'll have Evan Cohen on Sportsmanlike. We all see Evan Cohen, Amy Oswald, and Chris Canty on Unsportsmanlike. Monday through Fridays from 6 to 10 Eastern Time. Well, Evan and I are good buddies, and because of my work at East Radio Madison, and him being a Wisconsin guy and being part of the station as well, with being part of the national side as well. Well, make sure you come. I will be having Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike on my show, on this new show, for a good half hour. I'll have him on for a good half hour on this show on a Wednesday episode of the Our Sports Show. So yes, make sure you mark your calendars for the 17th of this month, and you will see Eric Cohen and me, Sad Weather, our sportsman, talking sports and everything that you do with sports. And hey, I might even put a couple of jokes or two. We'll find out. So make sure you check that out and come in and watch. And I just might see about some if I ever want you to do autographs, if he's up for doing autographs. Okay, let's see here. We got they have a debut of the Wiz Eisen show, so make sure you check out the Wiz Eisen show. So that's gonna be on the slab on the schedule as of now, along with Unsportsmanlike and the other shows. So make sure you check out the Wiz Eisen show debut today. So make sure you check that out. Let's see. Okay. So I'm go to Evan. And don't forget, I know this has been done before, and that is the word flex. There have been games in the past that have been flexed to play a game on Thursday night. So make sure you will have that down on your calendars. Make sure you remember that there will be NFL games that will be flexed and be played on a Thursday night. So make sure you do check that out. Check your schedule out. And yes, last Saturday we did say goodbye to a legend, one and only Lee Corso. And it looks like they're no longer going to be doing the headgear pick anymore for college game day. But I hope eventually they change their minds. But until then, let's keep going. And for one last time, not so fast, my friends. Okay, we got a poll here. Oh, this is actually, never mind. This is actually a high school thing. Sorry about that. So let's look at the NFL games, everybody, and let's break them down, shall we? Let's start with the Thursday game. We got the Eagles at home taking on the Cowboys, and that's Thursday night at 7:20 on NBC and Peacock. Yes, I will be watching this game myself. The spread for this one is 7.5 points according to ESPN bets. And if you want to make sure, if you do want to place an ESPN bet on ESPN with ESPN bet, make sure you are 21 years or older. Terms and conditions to apply. We do have, and this one you got to make note of. Yes, we do have a one Friday night game. And yes, this is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chargers, the LA Chargers, and South Paulo. That's right. Last year was the Eagles and the Packers. This year is the Chiefs and the Eagles. And this game is at 7 p.m., but it's only on YouTube. So if you don't have YouTube, you're out of luck. So make sure you have YouTube downloaded to your TV and your smart and mobile devices to watch the game. I'll be definitely watching that game for sure on that Friday, on this Friday on the 5th. This coming Friday on the 5th as well. And now let's dive into the games. Oh, the Sunday game now. Lions and the Packers. Week 1. That's right. We got a conference game in week 1. Not many teams get to play a conference game in their first week of play. But it is the case for the Lions and the Packers. And that's why Chris Kennedy has both the Lions and the Packers in the top 5 for this reason as well, because with the Packers being at 5 and the Lions being at number 3. And the Packers are favored by 2.5 points. I'll achieve that 2.5 points myself. I'll make it 5. I'll go 5 myself. I'll reach 5. We got the Cardinals and the Saints on CBS at noon. We got these are the noon slate games. Cardinals and the Saints game is 6.5 point favors. And then got the 1.5 favorites for the Indiana for the Colts against the Dolphins at home. 2.5 for the Patriots taking on the Raiders at home. Jets will take on the Steelers, and yes, the Steelers are favored. I figure that. Aaron Rodgers will be coming back home to New York. It's New York home, that is. Take on his Jets at noon as well on CBS. So make sure you check your local listings and your local CBS stations for this. And now we've got the Fox games. Like here, we've got noon games. The noon games we got on Fox, we got the Giants Commanders. 5.5 points favor, 3.5 point favor for the Jags over the Panthers at home. We got the Browns and the Bengals, 4.5 with Cincinnati. Can Joe Flacco do well? How will Joe Flacco do? Will Gabriel and Shador get a chance to get in there? Because this could be an easy. Well, this not might be easy, but some people might think it's easy, but not to me. But we'll see how well if Shador or Gabriel gets a snap or two, depending on how well Joe Flacco's health is doing in that game. With Flacco being quarterback number 1. Eagles, Tampa Bay is favored by 2.5 points taking on the Eagles on the road, also on Fox. All right, now the afternoon game. So, yes, and if you have YouTube TV, make sure you do sign up for Sunday ticket. Make sure you do sign up for NFL Sunday ticket. I'm going to be doing that, and yes, I will be doing it because I need to. This is my career. Sports is my career, and I love giving all this to you because you are my fans, and I love you, and I want to make sure you are informed with all these sports on our sports show, and we be our sportsman. Okay, back to it. We got the Niners taking the Seahawks at 3:05 in Seattle. And let's see how I want to know as a Bama fan and somewhat of a Seahawks guy, somewhat, not much of one, but I only follow the Seahawks because there have been multiple players out of Alabama that went and played for the Seahawks. One besides the quarterback now, I remember Charlotte Alexander when he played back in the day. And will he be the 12th man raising the flag up? Let's see who will raise that number 12 flag up in Seattle. Because the Broncos favored by 7.5 points to get on Tennessee. Tennessee, I don't know how they're going to do. And that is a 3-5 game themselves. Okay, we got the Rams taking on the Texans at 3:25, also on CBS. And of course, like I said a minute ago, on Fox, NBC, and CBS. Make sure you check your local Make sure you check your local ABC. Make sure you check your local CBS, Fox, and NBC stations and times in your area for these games. And then for the night games, for the first Sunday night game, we get the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. I wrote this one particularly because one of the guys that I picked in my draft, I picked my quarterback that I picked for my fantasy team is playing Sunday night. Yes, and that's Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. And yes, we got Josh Allen and the Bills taking on Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. And yes, I bet these two guys will be on the MVP ballot this year as well. Of course, Josh Allen finally got his first win last year. Can he do it again? Can he do it again? We know Mahomes done that, I think. I know Aaron Rodgers has done that a couple of times, several times himself as well, in a row. Can Jared Allen do it again? Can he win another MVP award this season? And yes, they are favored by 1.5 points. 3.5 for the Rams, 7.5 for the Broncos, and 2.5 for the Saints. I mean, for the Steelers, for Seattle. And then we wound up that week in week 1 with another AFC conference game. That's right. In Chicago, the Chicago Bears will host the Minnesota Vikings. And that game is a 7:15 game. And yes, it will be simulcast on ABC and ESPN. And of course, on the Minicast. That's right. The Minicast is back. And make sure you check that out as well. I'll give it a gander myself a little bit on the Minicast as well as ESPN. I believe that's ESPN2, I believe. I will check that, but I believe it is 2. 2 or 3, or one of those 3. I think it's 2. I would check that, and that on a sport short. But yes, I would check that out as well as the ESPN side. And of course, ABC. I'm just glad that it's back. And yes, it is September, and which also means we are getting closer to college basketball and NBA. But we just got underway with college volleyball. So let's check out the volleyball. Ladies volleyball. And now the Wisconsin Badgers just played this past weekend. Let me see where it is on here. And yes, I hope everyone did watch Clash in Paris this past weekend. So yes, that was definitely a good one. And if you didn't watch Wall last night, it was not on last night. It was on replay because it was on at 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And look, that was a holiday anyway for all of us, with it being Labor Day. And I hope everyone did have a happy and a safe Labor Day. I sure did. Not a nightmare, but this is a really, really good prime. I love this flavor. This is one of my favorites. I got a lot of favorites of these things, but hey, this was up there. All right, let's get back into it. And it also means baseball is regular season about to wrap up, and the postseason is about to begin with the playoffs. So I will be doing a lot of specials on that as well. And we are 2 months away yet. We're still 2 months away from women's and men's basketball. Let me see where I can find it. It's hiding it from me somewhere for the volleyball. Anyway, I'll look for that in a little while. Let's see what I got according to my insiders here. And it's, like I said, Tanaz's Honor Cooper is back. He has signed a contract, a 1 year contract with guaranteed money, a $2.9 million deal to return to Milwaukee, according to ESPN. And the article played. And yes, he did play for the Bucks from 2019 to 24. He was out for a while. Of course, he did his podcast as well. So make sure you do check out his podcast as well. as watching them play. And yes, the Dallas, as of 4 days ago, the Mavericks had waived away the 2023 first round pick, Oliver Pusher, to via stretch. I don't know how to say that. Sorry about that, folks. And it looks like one of their assistants. Mm-hmm. Looks like a Charlotte Hornets assistant head coach with the Charlotte Hornets. Looks like one of the guys had a great deal with an upcoming guy. Well, I'm not sure why I cannot make sense of that one. Okay, let's see here. We got going to college football. Back to college football. And of course, this had to do with Arch Manning. Texas coach Steve Sarkisian has told her that Archie Manning on Saturday against Ohio State for a quarterback not try to do anything superhuman. Yeah, if you say something like that, more likely that could happen even beforehand, even before seeing it, and just go play. Of course, this is 8 days ago. So, Heather, let me go to Heather. Didn't you? Oh, I did Heather. And what I got with the synopsis of signing, that is going to Shamus Shawania. Okay. A little NHL action. Team USA's GM Bill Goodwin says he is expecting to planning for Matthew TKACHUK to be available for the Olympics. He will be available. Underwent a off-season surgery and will miss the NHL season. Okay. All right, so make sure you keep that note if you're doing fantasy hockey as well. Oh, okay. This is going to Emily as well. Looks like Kendra Miller goes to Carolina and has agreed to an 8-year deal for a $60 million extension in place. In return, the Rangers and got Scott Bauer, a 2026 first round pick and top 10 prospect on the second round of 2026. And the Red Wings have signed James Van to a 1-year contract. I couldn't see the last name, but I see Van as well. And of course, they got Connor Brown has signed a 4-year deal with the New Jersey Devils for $3 million as well. The Bruins have acquired winger Victor A. That's I can see the last name from the Illinois for a fifth round pick, and with the one season with the remaining $4 million. Jake Allen, one of the top goalies available, is staying in New Jersey on a 5-year deal, and here we are getting $1.8 million. Logan Stankoven has signed an 8-year extension with Carolina for a $6 million price tag. Mitch Mano has been traded to Vegas with an 8-year deal for a $12 million extension in place. Wow, these guys are definitely are hitting the banks for sure. But I want to go back to football. Because you know I am a football guy. But first, I'm going to do Pete Thermal, and then we go to Schefter, and then go from there. According to Schefter, the West Virginia starting quarterback Robert Morris today will be Nico Marcello has emerged from a 5-man race. Tulane will start BYU transfer Jake Winkliff against Northwestern. And I was opening on this past weekend. That is with that one. Okay, let's see. Now let me do Shefty. Okay, now I'm Schefter. Like earlier said, the Packers linebacker Michael Parsons has dealing with a L4, L5 fracture joint sprain in his back and may take a spinal injection prior to Sunday's game versus the Lions if needed. I like to say if he needs it, give it to him. Whatever it takes to get him on that field. Because there's no way the Packers could win without him on defense. Yeah, we could probably do somewhat well on offense, but we definitely need him on the defense. We need him to pressure and get to goals. According to Aaron Rodgers, according to Chevy as of yesterday, Aaron Rodgers has been voted a team captain in his first year with the Steelers. What? Rodgers is now a captain for the Steelers in year one of the Steelers. That is interesting to me. Okay, let's try the Steelers. Running back Jalen Warren, who has headed into his last year of his deal, has signed a 2-year contract extension and kept his tie with the Steelers as well through 2027. Okay, we got the Dolphins running back Devon Aiken, who has been dealing with that calf injury since the summer, is returning to practice today, and that's as of yesterday. So he's back today on the track and play Sunday against the Colts. That is definitely a good sign for them as well for the Dolphins. Cowboys and their cornerback Dolphin Blaine reached a deal for a 4-year deal for $92 million extension. With all the money these players get, they could definitely help do a lot with a lot of good. Okay, there's a wheel and the punch that we saw from Shador from Shador Sanders. He has been fined $4,659 for that punch. For the unnecessary wildness, punching another player and being ejected from that game. So yes, $4,669. Yeah, that definitely got him into the bank. Even though that's kind of like pennies to him, even not just when it comes to himself, but also his family as well. We all know his brother Shador and his father, primetime Deion Sanders himself. And yes, also So this was 3 days ago. So I'm still counting that. So this was 3 days ago. This is according to Chevy as well. The Panthers has signed Hunter, what receiver Hunter Winfrey, to the active roster with sources, according to their sources, and played at and he played at Clemson, and now we're gonna play with Carolina. And of course, you all know this already, but number one for the Green Bay Packers is Michael Parsons. That's what he will be wearing and sporting the number one packages. I'm about to order mine within the next couple of days. So make sure you get your jersey before they sell out and order more because I bet they'll be having a lot of that one flying other shows as well. Okay, looks like the Patriots are releasing the veteran safety Julian Peppers, Jabal Peppers, and still has his 4.32 million guaranteed remaining on his contract for the season. Despite that, he has had as Peppers has started 85 games, including 26 with New England, has totaled over 500 tackles, 7 interceptions, 6 forced fumbles, and a 7 fumble recoveries in the NFL. And yes, we know Ken Clark is now a Cowboy, and of course, we also know AJ Dillon is an Eagle. So that's another thing I am totally looking for in your two. We got a couple of former Packers taking on each other on both sides as well. And that is according to Adam Schefter. All right, little MLB insider from Jeff Parsons, Jeff the Jet. This is coming up 2 days ago. I start with this one. The Toronto Blue Jays got claimed on the utility man Isaiah Kitten off waivers from the Pirates on ESPN, and he's been the 2024 with the Blue Jays before being traded to Pittsburgh, and now he's coming back, it looks like. They also have Boston Red Sox has released a veteran right-hander, Walker Buckner, and their left-hander, Peyton Tolley. He will make his major league debut tonight. Now it's 4 days, as of 4 days back. Right-hander, 2 days ago, this is the right-hander Walker Buncher. And the Phillies had all finalizing their deal, according to ESPN. And was released by the Red Sox and will be eligible for play in the postseason with the Phillies. This is going to be good. They can definitely use a player like him in his bat for the postseason for the Philadelphia Phillies. For sure. Yeah, that is good. Okay. That's what I got going to Jet. Let me see here. No, it's on here someplace. Oh, here we go. I think this will do it. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, now women's volleyball. It just started this past weekend. And I do know the Wisconsin Badgers, I know, lost to Texas 3-6 in a sweep. We have yesterday they had three sets. Louisville beat St. John's 3-2, 3-2. TCU beat Penn State last week, 3 sets. Pittsburgh took out Arkansas State, and UCLA took winner 3-2 against Long Beach State. Tomorrow there are a handful of games. We got Miller Eastern, MD Eastern got them against American at noon on ESPN Plus. A lot of these games will be on ESPN Plus. See here, Akron State, we will taking on Virginia Tech at 3 o'clock. I forgot FAU and North Florida, and I know a guy that went to FAU actually. That's right. You hear him every day, Monday through Friday, here on ESPN Radio Madison with Jim Manamati. Jim Rutledge, the FAU grad and alum. Ellen and App State at 5. Also at 5, you got Georgia Southern and the Citadel. All right, now here's the ones that actually we do know about. I'll do this one first. Preview to Lamar at 6. Marshall to Seattle. Buffalo at 7. UCLA will take on the Pepperdine. Colorado State will take on North Colorado at 7 o'clock. UCLA game is at 8 on ESPN Plus. Eastern Michigan will take on Michigan at Big Ten Plus at 6. Alabama A&M take on Alabama North at 6. Gambles and Nickel could go at 5. But this is the only one more so at 5. You got more so taking on Kennesaw State. You got this one is going South Florida and Florida. South Florida, I saw South Florida do well this past week or so. I think it was week 0, I think they played. In college football, they were really ranked. Yeah, it was week 1. Yeah, that was week 1. South Florida really gave it to them in college football. And putting up that upset as well. And yes, there's soccer going on. But let's go into and yes, we are going to be going into an Olympic year. Next year in 2026 will be an Olympic year for the Winter Games. And yes, I got a couple of friends that actually do play in the Winter Games in curling, Matthew Hamilton and Sister Becca, Team Schuster and Team Peterson. So I'll be rooting on them. I hope you will too. All right, we almost at the end of the day. We got golf coming up, going on. Let's see how the PGA Tour is looking like. This past weekend's winner was Melbourne's own patron Kenzo, and that was the previous winner. As well, so congratulations to that. And here's one of the things I love about this new app. I can get all your shows from tennis. You can get every show you want. There's an Eisen show, Pat McAfee. You can get all the sports, even from volleyball to baseball to football and everything. You can see you can get Pat McAfee. You can get Ellis Place again. get all the documentaries like the Kingdom. And that's one of the things I actually want to check on myself is watching the Kingdom. And of course, the Living Coastal Special, not close, not so fast, my friends. So you can get that out, check that out as well. So yeah, there are a lot of really good original content as well. For every sport on here. And yes, they also have their stage shows along with like Get Up, uh, First Take, NFL Live, and Sportsmanlike, and much more. And of course, you can get Louis Eisen's show. So yes, you can give that show that one. And this is the guy that runs the 40-yard dash once a year to raise money. Yes, you can also even get the number on the board. You can get NFL prime time, so that will be on here as well as the team boxing as well. So yes, this is really good for that. Yeah, I am definitely looking forward to this myself with all this new features on this new app. So if you don't have that app, make sure you do download that new ESPN app. Make sure you sign up pay that $29.99 or the $299. You'll always sign up through your TV provider. Okay, we're about to wrap today's episode up. And don't forget, I will be going live this Thursday. I know I'm doing some family stuff, but I will see what I can do on this. I will be doing a special episode this week on Thursday night with the first game of the regular season for the NFL. So make sure you stay tuned to that. I should be going on live or so around like between 5 and 6:30 this coming Thursday night, hopefully, depending on how well my schedule goes with my family. So I'm dealing with some family stuff. My dad hasn't. I got help with my parents, and my mom has back issues, and my dad has bug in his arm, a little bone in his leg. But don't worry, my family is okay. Thank you for caring. There we go. And oh yeah, and going into the baseball games that are going on today. Of course, before we wrap this up, so let's go with these games, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, we start off with Atlanta Braves on the Cubs in Chicago at 6:05. Cardinals in at home against the A's. Yankees is on the road against the Astros. And yes, this is the game that will be on TBS and True TV. So make sure you definitely watch that game. I definitely go check that game out myself while I'm at the gym, getting my workout on. Got the Baltimore and San Diego going out in San Diego. Got the Guardians taking on the Red Sox in Boston at 5:45. And of course, the Padres game is an 8:40 game because that is out west. And I know that because my girlfriend has family out there, and she's out there right now visiting family. We got the Rangers and the D-backs tonight at 8:40. You got a 5:40. Got the Dodgers in Pittsburgh. Just the Pirates. You got the Tigers and the Mets going at it in Detroit, as well as also Reds and Blue Jays as well as Cincinnati. And there's another 5:40 games. All of those. The Nationals six on the Marlins at 5:45. We got a 6:35. Tampa Bay the Rays against the Marlins. 6:40 games. You got both the Twins and the White Sox and the Royals and the Angels. And then we'll wrap that one up with the 7:40 game Giants and the Rockies in Colorado. And yes, I bet that would Colorado still will be having this mountain, the Blue Mountains as well. And we all know the classic was like. But anyway, until next episode and my video on today when I do my sports shorts, have a average and fun day. Enjoy your life. And hey, meet new friends. Be a friend and tell a friend. Something nice can change their life. In the words of Pat McAfee. And for me, make sure you always get along with your family. See you next time, everybody. See you next time.